now tuned into DAR Sports Media. We are continuing with our NFL divisional previews. A big one this week. Lots of population centers here. The AFC East. Got my man Tay and special returning guest, soon to be once again recurring guest, the main man, Jeff Axel from the Hoop Panel. Was with us week in and week out, episode in and episode out during our first couple of years of existence here, DAR Sports Media. He's hopping back in here with us, is able to again, and we are very thankful for it. The AFC East, gentlemen, I think is a lot more interesting this year than it has been in the last few years. I think where I want to start, we all started off with the Bills last year, and what they looked like for a long part of the season. For a lot of the season, people were like, dude, they're done. This window is closed. They're on their way out. They're losing all these games. They're wheezing to the end. They're lucky that all these other teams in this division are fucking stepping on their own dicks over and over and over. And then the Bills got hot, and they went on a run, and looked like a really strong, complete team towards the end of the year through the playoffs. I just want to remind everybody of that, and also remind them of the fact that really not a lot has changed about that Bills roster as far as improvement from what we all thought at the beginning of last year to what they did to where they're at right now. So with that said, that's just my opening thoughts. Is I think people are just handing this to the Bills and crowning them right off the bat. But I'm not so sure that I'm that impressed to make them the walk-off champions here by a mile, as some people just seem to act like it's just it's just by rote, it's just going to happen. They could have some injuries. They could have. I don't think they're particularly deep either. So we'll see. What are your thoughts, Tay? Who do you got up at number one in this division?
I definitely got the Bills. I think the rest of the division sucks. Like,
you're wrong.
It used to be really competitive, but I think this year it's gonna suck. Like, I got one of these teams getting a first pick next year.
Maybe the Jets. Yeah,
I know. I do. I got one of these teams getting the first pick. This division, it was pretty good a couple years ago, but it's completely fell off. And you could probably win this division with 9 games. Realistically,
I don't think so.
Nah, it's a whole bunch. You can win this definitely, and then a lot of these teams have tough schedules and stuff like that. It's gonna be rough. It's only gonna take 9 games. I mean, I feel like it was like that last year. I don't remember any other team being really good for this division. It was the same thing last year. The Dolphins were pretty bad, the Patriots were pretty bad, and the Jets were pretty. They all had top 10 picks.
Okay, well, the Patriots have improved, had a great offseason. Drake May in his second season. They're not fucking around with Jacoby Brissett and who's the linebacker? Gerard Mayo for fucking 9 weeks or whatever the fuck they did last year. It's gonna be a huge change. They got a coach of the year, fucking 2-time coach of the year winner, and a second year ascending star quarterback, along with all the other fucking additions they made. So they ain't gonna be ass cheeks again. Dolphins had a fucking litany of issues that kind of sent things into a fucking spiral, but still at times, and when I get to my review of the Dolphins season coming up, I'll get into this. There was at times, and there will be again this year, where people look at this offense and look at that team and they're like, holy fucking shit, have you ever seen anything like this? Nobody can fucking stop them. It's going to happen. It happens every year. It's going to happen this year. They're going to have a streak of that. And then the Jets are the Jets. But I disagree that it's going to be a trash division all the way across the board again for those reasons. Axe, who do you got in first place?
I definitely had the Buffalo Bills in first place. Josh Allen really impressed me last year. I'm one of the few Ravens fans that like Josh Allen. But the fact that he lost his top 2 receivers in Gabe Davis and Stephon Diggs and was able to put up an elite season. He had Shakir as his best receiver. Keon Coleman, he didn't deliver like a lot of people felt or thought he would last year. Him and James Cook That's just too potent. And then I think Milano comes back healthy next year, and the defense is going to be straight. So I'm not really – I agree with Tay. I'm not moved by any other team in this division at all. The Jets are going to stink. Aaron Glenn talking about he want to do Bible study during the week and all that. I don't know how well that's going to go in New York City, especially if they don't win.
They're going to need the Lord. I brought up this stat the last time we talked on here, and I'm going to bring it up again. Justin Fields, quarterback to teams, 0-22 when the other team scores 21 points.
Good
Guess
Lord.
what the fucking league average of points is? 22.5.
Yo, that is a wild stat.
Yeah, it sure fucking is. By and large, what you need communicated to you can say whatever you want about Justin Fields. When he's the quarterback, the offenses don't score points. You fucking tell me. So I don't know why people are thinking. And then, Aaron Glenn, I'm happy the dude's getting an opportunity, but I got no idea what that's going to look like with him as a head coach. It's a defensive head coach right off the bat. Who the fuck knows who he's bringing in as his OC? We've seen over and over defensive coaches not really doing a whole hell of a lot unless they have a good OC, unless they have a stud player, like the Sean McDermott, Josh Allen combination up there in, when you can get it like that, when you have a great defensive coach with a great star or stars on offense, you can get a decent balance going when that happens. But I don't think I'm fucking, dropping any news on anybody here. Justin Fields is not Josh Allen. So
yeah, and one thought about, I agree with you what you're saying about the Patriots. I think Mike Vrabel was a hell of a coach. But as far as the Dolphins, they quit on that man McDaniel. He looks so miserable. He's talking about he's envisioning death at press conferences and shit. And him and Tyreek going back and
wait, what now?
No, he said something about death. I forgot what it was.
They said how I'm gonna admit here, right off this was not great. He said that they were like, how was practice? How was the day? And Mike McDaniel said, it's a beautiful day. We're all one day closer to death.
Okay,
yeah, that's not nobody I want to follow behind, bro. You know once it's cold outside, they're going to stink. As soon as it hit December, that's when the offense goes to the shitter. Tua's probably going to get hurt. We've seen the same movie with these motherfuckers. Take him back to San Francisco. He's clearly miserable in Miami at this point.
Yeah, Buffalo for sure. And I'm not sure anybody comes close. New England may improve a little bit.
I think they're going to improve more than a little bit.
Oh, okay. So you got higher hopes for New England than most people.
I mean, I don't know what most people think, but I know that they had a tremendous offseason with the additions that they made. Had a good draft, got an ascendant star quarterback coming up, and they have a 2-time coach of the year now with them. So, right, we got Milton Williams, Carlton Davis, Harold Landry, who was a big-time 10-sack per season guy. Robert Spillane, awesome playmaker in the Raiders. Stephon Diggs. Morgan Moses on one side of the offensive tackle drafted Will Campbell, a super clean prospect, at the other side, and added one of the most explosive running back prospects in the whole draft, Travion Henderson, in the backfield to already go with Ramondre Stevenson and everything they had going last year. So no, I think the Patriots could push for 9 wins, 10 wins,
and Miami. That thing's bound to implode. I don't know if y'all seen a clip of a clip.
Who? This is going to get a good reaction off of Tay. Who were people saying that about last year?
San Francisco?
No, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh,
am I wrong? That is what people were saying about the Eagles last year. This is bound to implode. This is going to explode at any minute. It was happening during the season. I understand. All right, so I know this is why this is the axe he was jumping on here. There's some people who are excited to hear me break down some Dolphins action here for certain reasons, maybe. Look, I do not understand. It feels like it has become popular or in vogue, or just I don't understand the overwhelming negativity surrounding this fucking team, from people who are close to the team to outside media to I just don't know why. I feel like the headlines a little bit, like Mike McDaniel's being a little bit off kilter, the Tyreek Hill bullshit, the you know, the nonsense and the debate with Tua every year. I feel like that is kind of
one thing on top of another.
Yeah, I talk about these things where we're in arguments where people, I call it going out into the ocean, like the harbor, the beach is the argument. But then you'll pick something and you'll just keep fighting about it, and you'll get further and further and further and further away from the actual base of what it is that you should be talking about. And I feel like we've gone out into the ocean of negativity with the Dolphins. Look, they have the fastest, most explosive skill guys in the league. Tyreek's still there. Jalen Waddle's still there. They have two of the top 10 most explosive, two of them, the most explosive running backs in the league, in Jalen Wright and Devin Akane in the backfield. And they added Ollie Gordon, who could be a bell cow type. They added James Daniels at guard, who is the number one dream player for this system. It's been a match made in heaven since the Kyle Shanahan system blew up in the NFL. He's never been in it till now. James Daniels from the Steelers, uber athlete, top 3 ranked guard last year. He's finally in this system. He's in his prime. Aaron Brewer, the center, emerged to be a top 3 center. Jonas Avenea, the other guard that they drafted in the second round, was my favorite prospect for this system, and they got him. So you're talking about the best skill set guys in the league. You're talking about an offensive line that has the chance to be in the upper half of the league, massively improved. So what?
I mean, that's
but like you listen to people and it's like they're not going to win a fucking game. I don't. Okay, defensive side of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
This gets a little more shaky, right? And I've said it on here before. It's like you guys are getting out the if machine gun on me. Like you just get a gun out and you fire it off and it just goes if. I used to say in my old job, if a plan has more than one if involved in it, it's a shitty plan. Get it the fuck out of my face. And that is kind of the situation on this defense. If Bradley Chubb comes back and he's 80% of the player he was, if Jalen Phillips comes back and he's 80% of the player he was, if first-round draft pick Kenneth Grant can finally cash in on his athletic tools and become the player that people think he can be, if Chop Robinson continues to ascend into a 12-sack-a-year guy, he was very, very good as a rookie. If all those things happen, then it's a top 10 front 7 because Jordan Brooks, who was a first-round draft pick of the Seahawks many years ago, finally emerged and had a fantastic season last year, 78 PFF grade, one of the better linebacker grades in the whole league. So with him back there, if all those things work out in the front 7, this is a hell of a front 7 for now the secondary.
Yeah, about that.
I don't want to be. Look, I'm not trying to be. One of the things is we don't know these guys because we've never seen them play because they've never had a chance to because they would never be on the field for any other team. That's the situation. So I don't want to be too hyperbolic, but I don't personally remember a situation where the guys starting in the secondary are less known coming into the league, coming into the season. Like any team in the last 20 years having a position group where nobody knew who any of these guys are. Like they're that buried in depth charts and fringe players and obviously Minka Fitzpatrick, they're going to have to create a new position for him. It's going to have to call it the hero position because he's going to have to be a fucking hero. But how do you help a secondary like that? The front 7. Exactly. So While I understand that it's a completely no-name secondary, I'll just put it like this to put this in perspective. The guys who they had starting would not have been starters for any other team, and even they got hurt and are out for the year. So you're down to second-string players, a second and a third-string players, your starters, who wouldn't maybe even be on the team on other teams. So it's rough back there. I'm not saying it's not, but this front seven comes together in the way that we talked about. If Mike McDaniel can commit to the run game, now that that offensive line is going to be so much better with the three running backs that he has, who are so explosive, who are so good, it could happen. There's a path. There's a path to 9 or 10. There's a path to 9 or 10. And people are over here acting like they're not going to fucking win nothing. They're not going to win a game. Mike McDaniels ain't going to have to worry about decorating his house for Halloween because he's going to be fucking fired by October 1st. That type of shit. I don't understand. I guess we'll all see, huh? Who do you got as your second team in the league in the AFC East there, Tate? You're back, Tate? Oh, he's back. He's back.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I don't know what was going on.
Your screen froze for a second.
Who do you got in second in the AFC East?
I got the Patriots. I predicted their record. I went on the website and picked either team, and I got the 7-10. So I do think the Patriots are improved, but like I said, this division, like, y'all should look at it and get the chance. This is gonna be brutal for these teams. Like it's all playoff teams. What'd you say?
Are they worse than the NFC South?
It's up there. It's really the only easy game is the Saints.
I think he's talking about the schedule. He's talking about the schedule.
Oh,
the schedule.
Yeah. Overall, like
no
schedule-wise, okay.
Yeah, the schedule it's pretty rough. It's a bunch of playoff teams, pretty much every week. That's honestly why. I just don't think any team is really like ready. I don't think any team can really handle that outside of the Bills. So I had the Patriots at 7-10. Yeah, I would say it's not bad. It's an improvement from the year before, but it's just they're just gonna play too many great teams. I just don't think they'll beat them. Like that they'll be competitive or whatever. But I don't know. I just can't see it. But they'll be a good 7-10. I'll say that.
Axe, who do you got? How do you got the rest of the division playing out underneath the Bills?
So I might roll with the reluctant. I don't know. It's toss between the Pats and the Dolphins for 2. I'm really juggling. The Jets are definitely 4. Like there's no doubt in my mind about that. They're distant 4. But I don't know. I might side with Tay, man. Like Mike Vrabel, he gets the best out of a lot of players and teams. And I just feel like they're going to take a leap. I feel like Drake May's going to take a leap. They had some moments on defense. Like corner they drafted last year was locked down. I'm rolling with the Pats number 2. Slightly ahead of the Dolphins at 3. I could see both of them teams around like the 8-win mark or so. Like kind of like battling for that last wild card spot, and the Jets are on the clock. But yeah, I'm comfortable with the Pats at 2. But like maybe one game separating them in Miami. It's not going to be. It's going to be a log jam between them 2.
Lee, what do you think, man? How you got the rest of this thing rounding out?
I actually you made a good case for Miami. I'm not gonna lie. You made a good case for me to have Miami second in the division.
Everybody's listening to the noise, all that negative noise. When you dig into the nuts and bolts of what's going on.
But I will still say they're probably the only team in the league where they're 0-3, 0-4 start away from friction being reported in the locker room.
It might not even be 0-3, 0-4. It's gonna be a shit show if things go bad. That's for sure. I'm not. Luckily, they got the Colts week 1. So
yeah, right. So and for 3, it'll be New England, and then 4 is the Jets.
What are your thoughts on the Jets? They're Tay.
they'll be drafting the quarterback in the draft. It'll be good for them though. They need this season. They need this season to really lose because they always have like the 6th or 7th pick. They're never like in the top 3. Well, they were with Zach Wilson, but they need that again. They need a bad season like that again. There's a ton of quarterbacks next year, and they definitely need one of them. And I think this year should set them up. They need to plan it out perfectly, set themselves up for a good quarterback who's going to play his last year in college. So that's how I see the Jets.
Hey, I'm sorry about these reactions, but I'm watching Devin Leary play quarterback for the Ravens right now in preseason, and he's one of the worst quarterbacks I've seen in my life. He makes Kyle Bowles look like Tom Brady.
Hey, I saw that you were excited about that Ojabo sack. That doesn't even really count. That's like sacking a 10-year-old. The way that dude fucking don't know how to set up day one protections in his 3rd fucking year in the NFL. Come on now. Come on. It don't count if you just do it and you run in and fucking smoke him. How the fuck is that? Come on. Rookie of the year, MVP. Hey, who's going to be the MVP of the AFC East?
Josh Allen. It's gonna be pretty easy though, because I just don't see, like, I need y'all to look at these schedules that these teams have to play. You can't talk me into eight wins for any other team. Like it's truly.
Hold on. What if that weak ass, lazy ass Bills team shows up? They almost didn't make the playoffs, and they got to play that tough schedule too. What if that team shows up?
Nah, I don't think so, because I can say the same thing about the Dolphins, but like that's more likely.
You could, but you are though. That's what I'm saying.
To the AFC
You're sitting here being like, "Oh, the nobody else is going to win 2 fucking games in this division." The schedule. Not. Okay, but I can say the same thing about the Bills. The Bills have to play the schedule too.
Like I would be so happy if I was the Bills. It's bad. Like look at the schedule. They're not going to beat. It's not easy. No one's winning two in a row in this. No one's winning 3 in a row in this division other than the Bills.
Okay, so I'm looking at the Patriots schedule right now. They start off with the Raiders. That's probably a win. Then they play Miami. Then they play the Steelers. Then they play Carolina. Then they play the Bills. Then they play they play the Bills. Then they play the Saints. The Titans, that could be a win. The Browns, the Falcons.
What are you talking about?
The Buccaneers. Buccaneers are good. The Jets, the Bengals, the Giants.
Bro.
They're not going to win these.
That's 8 wins right there.
They're going to lose all. They're going to lose to the Falcons easily. Like they're going to lose to the Browns. They're going to lose to the Steelers.
They're going to lose to the Browns and the Falcons.
Yes. You act like teams don't. You act like bad teams can't win games. The Browns defense is gonna be good. It's gonna affect Drake May. The Browns love them young quarterbacks that are still figuring out. The Browns they're gonna blow them out. The schedule is bad.
He could be the rookie of the year.
I don't see any blowouts until I see like a string of games. I'll be like, okay, maybe, but man,
who's gonna be the rookie of the year, Tay?
I'm asleep.
Dang, I don't even know all these rookies. Woof. The rookies in this division, pretty interesting. I guess I would say Maxwell Harrison from Kentucky again for the Bills. Getting a corner. I feel like they needed a corner for a couple of years now.
He's a nasty operator.
Yeah, he was one of the fastest corners available. They just I guess they want to play different. Secondary's been old, especially a couple years ago, but I guess they're just trying to get younger, more athletic, faster. So it just fits what they want to do. I think he should be a great corner. I think he's going through some legal issues, but hopefully or whatever, hopefully everything is all good and he can be out there.
X, what do you think, man? MVP of the AFC East, rookie of the year of the AFC East?
MVP is definitely going to be Josh Allen. Like I said, what I saw from him last year, losing his top 2 receivers and not really missing a beat. that really impressed me. I can't really give you a great answer for rookie of the year. I'm like looking through each team. So
I already gave it to you guys, but you already forgot. That's all right. I'm gonna hit you with it again at the end.
Yeah, you wanted to help me out with that one, brother. Like, so I get back to the swing of things. I can't.
I already told you who it was gonna be. Lee, what do you think? MVP and rookie of the year.
MVP is Josh Allen. Rookie of the year, Will Campbell.
There you go. You're close.
I like that. That's pretty good.
So the MVP is motherfucking Tua. No, I'm joking. That'll probably be Josh Allen, or Mike Vrabel. Rookie of the year is Jonas Savanea from the University of Oregon, guard for the Miami Dolphins. Lovely fit into the system. I wanted him for the San Francisco 49ers so fucking bad. The Dolphins got him. The Dolphins run the same system virtually as the 49ers do. He's going to be fucking phenomenal. The thing that makes him the rookie of the year and the difference is that the Dolphins, as a group, offensive line, was one of the worst graded run blocking teams in PFF last year. Now, Aaron Brewer's emerged. James Daniels is in there. The offensive tackles have developed. With Jonas Savanea upgrading that other guard spot, they're going to go from one of the worst run block grade teams to probably one of the best. And so that, to me, makes him the rookie of the year in the AFC East. And we will see about that. All right, Tay, you got a Tay's take for this whole damn episode, basically been a Tay's take. But it's funny because you sit here and you hear him all the time. What does he accuse me of? Oh, you're so negative. So negative.
No, but you just know.
And now he's over there like, oh, none of these teams are going to win 3 games.
Positive about. These teams are terrible.
What?
I just can't blindly. They suck. When they play the Bills, you're gonna see a clear difference. The Bills gonna have 45. Josh Allen's gonna come out the game. We're gonna watch them playing backups in the fourth quarter. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I'm trying to see.
What's the Tay's take for this?
Not necessarily a take, but like I said, I would just go back to the Jets thing. Like, I think this is their, I see a bright future for them. I think they'll get that quarterback. They'll go through Justin Fields.
Jets are going to be picking number 1 in the draft next year. That's the Tay's take. Put the stamp down.
Top three.
Jets will be
picking, bro. Like, this Colts team is going to be up there. They on the clock.
I don't think so. They're going to be weird. They be winning games, like, regardless of their quarterback. Don't get me wrong. I hate the quarterbacks.
I don't know because it's looking tough up there. Okay, so Jets top 3 draft pick. Mm-hmm. That is a Tay's take of the AFC East. We're going to add that to the NFC North being won in a walk-off by the Chicago Bears with Caleb Williams being the best quarterback in the division.
He said that
we're doing a Tay's take for every division, and that was the Tay's take last week for the NFC North.
So the Lions just don't exist? Like,
they suck. Nah. It's not the same.
So those are the Tay's takes. This has been DAR Sports Media. We're going to continue with the NFL divisional previews. Me and True will be back with a week in wrestling pretty soon. Not a whole lot has happened in the wrestling world since we had the last one, right? Just Hulk Hogan dying and Brock Lesnar coming back. Other than that, not a whole hell of a lot. But we will continue with the NFL divisional previews. Of course, check us out over on United Football Media, the weekly football show we do over there called Tell Me About It. Spiking in numbers recently. A lot of good stuff. This has been the most read month in the history of the Medium site. We, of course, appreciate that. I don't know why I'm plugging the Medium site when obviously they do a lot better numbers than the damn podcasts do. But if you are here from there, we appreciate your support on the Medium site. We appreciate your support. Also checking out the companion pods. This right here is DAR Sports Media, and in other pages, other forms of media, maybe other digital team content providers very soon. The world of DAR never stops.